Commissioner, I alluded earlier to your tweeting. Really, it's more Facebooking than tweeting, or it's a combination of both. I want to ask you about this in all sincerity. One of the main lines of commentary about your time in office has been your loose tongue on social media. Whether it's literally you or whether it's somebody on your staff, ultimately you bear the responsibility for it. You know, I could have written an entire page of things that you've been criticized for over time. Comparing refugees to snakes, joking about a Pakistani suicide hotline, successfully offending both Pakistanis and people with mental health issues in the same fell swoop, sharing a Facebook post calling for the atomic bombing of the Muslim world. When the Nunes memo came out, you tweeted, Democrats haven't been this upset over Republicans releasing something since Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And you called Hillary Clinton the C word on Twitter. Not to mention the fact that you seem to have a habit of sharing what to the untrained eye is obviously fake news repeatedly in your feed, for which you have also been criticized. Do you have anything you regret in all that? And do you worry that the impression that people have of you and your office, which is an important office, in state and out of state, is shame over that kind of behavior on social media?
Oh, I don't think so. We get a lot of positive comments. So we're very active on Facebook, as you say. You know, I put up probably 120 to 150 posts per week, more than anybody else. We have more engagements than all the other statewide.
And I agree, they don't all advocate bombing the Muslim world. But the point is, some of these things do. And do you feel like that's an appropriate way that you should be acting as a statewide elected official?
You know, I guess that's debatable, but that's my personality. You know, that's kind of who I am. I mean, Donald Trump tweets and he gets criticized for it, but I was kind of doing it before he did it, actually. But we put all those posts up.
Yeah, you're not Trumpy and he's Millerian. That's exactly right.
We're very diligent in trying, you know, since my election, that's probably 30 or 40,000 posts, you know, and you mentioned 3 or 4 there. And we try very, very hard not to get duped on something, but every once in a while one gets through. Yeah. And we put it up. You mentioned the one about the suicide post. You know, the guy said, well, you know, felt suicidal, and I got to call the suicide hotline. And I got a, you know, call center in Pakistan and asked me if I could drive a truck. You know, I saw that, and that was up about 30 minutes. And I reread that, and I thought, you know, that's probably offensive, but that was insensitive, so I took it down. But
is anybody considering you on the ballot this spring or this fall, Commissioner, have reason to question your judgment?
Here's and what happened. The media is one that took that off and put it out there, and everybody saw it. They repeated it and repeated it. So
it's the media's fault. The media called Hillary Clinton the C word. Commissioner,
I think they're insensitive by reposting that suicide thing. I mean, I took it down.
But you're not insensitive for putting it up to begin with?
I said it was.
Yeah.
That's why I took it down.
I mean, look, the media is, you know, stipulated. The media has lots of things that it's guilty of occasionally and commits lots of sins. But it sounds to me like you're blaming the media for your stuff. If it's wrong because you did it, not because we reported on it.
I am blaming the media for perpetuating that because they kept it in the news for like 3 or 4 days.
Well, Commissioner, I promise we'll make a deal. I'll make a deal with you on behalf of the media.
People that had lost a loved one to suicide kept seeing that.
I'll make a deal with you on behalf of the media. If you stop making news, we'll stop reporting it. How about that?
Okay.
Okay?